Hello, everybody, and welcome to another mini episode with me, DJ Batman. I hope everyone's been enjoying themselves. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about a little thing called common sense and how I believe it's complete bullshit. And I'll explain why. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, the one thing I will say in life that I hear the most about is always the phrase common sense. You know, if people just use their common sense, things would be better. How about you use your common sense? Stuff like that. And the one thing I keep going on, and there was a great man who made a good point about it, named Jacques Fresco. If you ever get a chance, look him up. But the one thing he always said was that if common sense was so common, then there'd be no such thing as war, poverty, hunger, famine, and many other things, because we would be using our common sense to make sure things were done right. But unfortunately, nobody is born with common sense. Nobody is born with the ability to just immediately know how to do anything. People always want to bring up the genetic code and stuff like that, but the problem is, at the end of the day, the genetic code does not teach you how to speak a language. Your genetic code does not teach you how to survive. Everything is learned. For instance, one thing Jacques Fresco made a good point on is that if you were to take a Chinese baby that was just born in China and bring it to the United States, it will learn to speak English. It will not know how to speak Chinese. You have to teach it. If you take a baby that is just born and you put it into a black room or a black blob of some kind, if you could. So basically, it's not moving or nothing. Basically, you're taking care of it. You're wiping its butt. You're taking care of it. Everything. You're feeding it until it's 18 and you let it out. It's just going to be nothing. It's just going to be this blob, this human blob, because they ain't going to know how to do anything. Because the one thing that people need to remember is that people are who they are based on the environment and the conditions they are around. So the whole notion of common sense is ridiculous, because common sense is only referred to what that person themselves think is right and wrong. But they could be wrong. And that's the biggest thing that people need to remember, is that when you're dealing with somebody who thinks differently than you, who comes from a different place in the world, or lives a completely different way, or many other things, what you know doesn't matter. Because you can know a lot, but it's nothing compared to what that person knows. Basically, when you're dealing with somebody else, you have to take everything you know and basically throw it out the window. Because you are not them, and they are not you. So you may feel something or see something a certain way, but they don't. And the reason why is because they are hardwired differently based on the environment and the conditions and the things they were around. And because of that, they have different opinions, different thoughts, and ways of doing things. So, basically, it's just, we need to stop using that phrase, common sense, because it makes no sense. Like, literally, it makes no sense. Like I said, people run around all the time and be like, oh, well, if we just used common sense and did this, things would be better. It's like, yeah, I wish it was as common as the common flu, but unfortunately it's not. So, but at the end of the day, I believe common sense is absolutely ridiculous, and, we need to stop using the phrase, because it's just not going to help anybody. All it's doing is just going to cause issues, and yeah. So, but anyways, that's basically my thoughts on that. Not a whole lot, but like I said, I just think it's ridiculous and how it's used, and people just say that to kind of get past things. But anyways, thank you again for listening. I really appreciate it. It really helps out if you like and comment, especially comments, because I like to know what people think of my shows and what they think about what I do. Likes also help get it out to more people to know. And if you like what I do and would like to hear more and more, don't forget to hit follow and subscribe, depending on what platform you're listening to this on. And I'll always have new stuff coming out, hopefully pretty much every day. I'm eventually going to try maybe come out with two things a day. One during noontime, my Pacific time, and then later on in the day. So hopefully I'll get around to doing 2 shows a day, but we'll see. But again, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and follow if you want to hear more. And if you would like to support me and my show, I do 3D printing. I also do designs for t-shirts and stuff. I'll have those links in the description for my Etsy and my Teespring store. So if you'd like to help support me so I can keep, paying for my programs and pay for everything so I can keep doing this, it'd be really awesome. And you can get some really cool items. I will be doing a percentage off here soon for people listening, so stay tuned for upcoming episodes. Because once I have that out, it'll be it'll be good for a week, and then after that, it'll go back to normal. So, but anyways, thanks again for listening, and as always, I leave every episode with a song, and today we're going to be playing a song called "Pretty Carolina" by Jontha, I hope I said that right, Lynx. But anyways, till next time, DJ Batman, out.
No. Pretty Caroline, stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dime. Serves you some reminder to count your blessings, 'cause it's telling fair. Put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, it's the ugly truth. How they coming for you. Yeah, no. Don't you think you're better off where the neighbors don't stare? Maybe you're wanted, looking good for the movie screens, living in make-believe, hoping your wishes get granted. I know you never giving up unless it's real. A slippery slope, it's not enough to please you. Pretty